Hey everyone, today we are diving into the Escape from Daco, the weirdest, quickest extraction shooter you didn't expect but maybe should expect to be soon in your Steam library. Because yes, you are a dog with the guns and you're trying to survive, loot, escape, and let's get into it. First of all, I think many of you guys are in my friends list on Steam and you probably have seen that I literally dropped a lot of hours in the game already. And there is a reason for it, because I really like the style of the game, I really like the way how the game performs, the fun of it, and playing with some of my buddies is like literally good. Let's talk about the base setup of the game. So first of all, right off the bat, Escape from the Daco is kind of like telling you what kind of game it's kind of copying in a way. Yeah, you get me? You get what I'm saying? It takes a hardcore looter shooter formula, and you know what I mean by that. Again, you extract with the loot, you risk it all, you survive, you lose, and it just goes and on and on and on and on. But gives a twist. You are a dog. You wake up in a world called Daco, which is kind of like synonym again to you know what. You've got a basic weapon. You've got nothing really but ambition and wibble feet. The world is hostile. You go on Rose's map, you fight other enemies, other birds, animals, you scavenge gear, you build up your base, and then you try and go out alive. It's absurd, it's goofy, and it works. The game loop, and the base building. Let me just tell you about this part because I think it's one of the best parts of the game. The loop can be summed up as the prepare in your base, go out on a raid, loot as much as you can and fight through the danger, then extract, and then you use all this loot to build up your base, upgrade weapons, upgrade your character, and just go on and on and on and on, and maybe even unlock new maps, which is a little bit a tougher challenge. The base building part gives you a sense of progression outside of the immediate shooting and looting. Also, you can both upgrade your gear, weapons, mods, and a lot of different things around it. There is a most under the cartoon surface. Let's talk about the combat and the raid experience, which is basically the base of the game. It's like the foundation of this game being successful. Combat and the Daco is a top down, which is immediately kind of like making it feel like it's different from your usual FPS extraction games. You're managing kind of like the sightliness, positioning, cover, loot risk. You'll find yourself stepping into the danger zone thinking, okay, loot crates may be quiet, and then barm kind of like hostile everywhere, you're ducking cover. It's like it's very interesting and gives you that tension that, oh, will I make it out, which is heart of a good extraction design. What makes interesting, the visuals and the tone might make you think that it's light-hearted, but the game doesn't always mess around. The stakes are real, the mechanics are rewarding, and the risk is there. Style and the tone of presentation. Graphically, the game is colorful, kind of like cute, and even birds with the guns are kind of like funny, I would say. But it blends the cutscenes and the cuteness with the seriousness in the gameplay. That contrast works, and the world is charming at the first glance, but you'll soon realize there are shadows of it. The tone leans playful, yes, but not entirely silly. You feel the danger, you feel the loss. There is acceptance under the silliness, and I personally dug all of it. The rough patches and the things to consider. Well, obviously this is the not perfect game, but here are some things to keep in mind. Because it's a top-down and a bit of a niche, some control schemes or UI kind of feels, I feel like it needs a bit more polishing for a triple major RPG whatever shooter. The extraction loop, the go in, loot, survive and lose can feel repetitive if you don't mix up how to approach some of the things and you're just trying to get the same loot all the time. And if you expect to do the same thing just to get loot and come back, you're not gonna like it. Like, you need to kind of be creative, making the game for yourself in a way. If you're experiencing full multiplayer or massive co-op mayhem, this game is more kind of like solo focused in a way. The solo experience is solid, but if you again want to go and play with your buddies, you can do that. But I personally kind of like enjoyed more the solo experience in this one. The cute exterior might make you feel some of the people kind of like underrate the game's difficulty or challenge. You'll still need to pay attention and plan it. It isn't a walk in the park. Let's talk about the final conclusion. And here's where I land. Escape from Daco is a great pickup if you like looter shoots, extraction loops, risk reward type of games and you don't mind a bit of whimsy. It brings something fresh to the genre that seems something kind of like pretty serious. It doesn't really reinvent anything, but it drops solid mechanics and the fun shell that comes and counts for a lot. If you're a hardcore extraction shooter fan who wants a razor tight realism, full multiplayer mayhem and all that, this might enjoy this one 100%. Thank you for watching this one and I'll see you in the next one.